trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga. We be eating nigga ass today in London. Period.
No, she belongs to the streets.
You don't need to be at the bar looking for men. You need to be at the bait shop between 5 and 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. They all are hot and jacked. It's crazy.
I saw a video of this man speaking, so I was already scared, but he basically was just saying that girls complain about not getting approached by guys when they go out to the bar, and he said it was because they were all wearing slick back hairstyles out to the bar. So I'm gonna do that more. I stopped doing it for a while because I perfected my blowout routine, but I'm gonna do it more.
I just heard this girl come on here and say that the most chic accessory that a woman can have is not a Birkin handbag, but it is a man who is absolutely obsessed with you. And like, not just like normal obsessed, but like obsessed. And he gives you the princess treatment, and you know, you can be a little selfish. You do you, and he supports whatever that is. I could not agree more.
So a lot of these modern women are wanting men to continue to approach, but they continue to disrespect a man. I'm not 100% sure why y'all think that's gonna work, and it isn't.
You need to bring more women for your husband. Trust me, the moment you accept this, your life's gonna change. Men need more than one woman, and men crave more than one woman. See, the thing is, we don't wanna say this to ourselves. We prefer to say, I'm enough, but it has nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, when you understand this and have this real talk with your husband, when you understand this, the bond you have with your husband will be unbreakable.
When a woman looks at a man to marry, she looks at how much potential he has for change. And every woman has their own personal rehab center for their man. When a man looks at a woman to marry, he hopes she never changes. When women get married, they give up the right to be independent. When a man gets married, he gives up the right to be irresponsible. People who disagree with this are probably the ones having marriage problems.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
So, you're not single, and I'd like to ask you, when you were single, would you have gone to a dating event on your own, or to a kind of party for single?
When I was like properly in the whole like dating phase, I think one of the sort of like apprehensions was the fact that you turn up and usually there'd be a load of guys. So with that, there felt like a bit of an imbalance. So there's just, it didn't feel like you probably actually had much of a chance of actually meeting a girl.
A lot of these modern women don't understand that your entitlement, your level of delusion, all of that is real loud. And men are real quiet. Because I'm not going to entertain BS and nonsense. That's what I'm not going to do.
You will know she is your wife because she will be secure enough to love deeply. A wife of character does not operate in fear. She knows vulnerability is strength, love is an action, trust is built with consistency, respect is reciprocal, connection requires intention. Her love is steady, not unstable. She's reliable and she's not manipulative. That way, when you find those qualities, you will know she's your wife.
I love my husband, and to say that I obey him is to say I honor him, to say I respect him and his choices and his decision to lead this family. I don't lead nothing. If I were to lead this family, we'd be down in the gutter because I got Afterpay, Affirm, I got all this craziness in my life. I ain't leading nothing. That's what God created him for me. He is my helpmate, and I'm to be his helpmate, not his burden, not his back talk, not the one that brings him down. And so sometimes I think that we are in such this independent mindset as women, and it's like, I'm sorry.
What's up with men? Men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance.
Y'all dug this hole for yourselves, man. Man was approaching y'all. Y'all told us stop.
Men are really terrified out here, bro. Being labeled as a creep, being inappropriate, or like
getting embarrassed in public. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, end up viral because you are the woman out in the most respectful way. Like, you know what I mean? So I think men are just choosing their peace.
You know, one thing modern women need to understand is that most men are not afraid to get rejected. They're tired of being punished for trying. They're tired of you acting a fool with a stank face every time they try.
My single ladies in your 30s, mid-30s more so, how are you all doing? Are we finding that it's a very wild place out here? Hear me out. Where are all the actual men that are our age? Where are all the mid-30s, late 30s, even early 40s guys? Where are they? Because tell me why I'm getting moved to by guys in their 20s, lads in their 20s, or guys in their late 50s. Where is all the in-between? If anybody knows, please tell me.
No, it's weird to expect someone to be obsessed with you. It's not healthy. Not only that, but a lot of men have realized that relationships aren't reciprocal. That it's not worth it. That you're not entitled to a man's attention just because you're a woman. Also, it's incredibly entitled to expect someone to just be obsessed with you. And those men typically end up in the friend zone anyways, because you're attracted to the man that doesn't prioritize you, that probably talks rudely to you, that isn't there for you. A lot of good men have seen that and they've caught on where it's like, okay, me being myself and being kind and loving and understanding won't get me very far. And they've noted that.
A lot of these gentlemen that y'all are looking for have gone extinct. They're gone extinct according, as far as you're concerned, because you don't know how to handle a man. So I'm not going to be on your face because you're trying to do me wrong, and I don't have time for that.
So you telling me it's more disrespectful for me asking you for a DNA test than to find out 18 years later that the child's not mine?
Why you asking me for a DNA test? Because you did something that you know you're not supposed to be doing. That's why you need a DNA test.
A lot of men, what we do is we test. Me asking you for a DNA test.
That means you don't trust me.
No. Stop.
Absolutely.
Stop. It could be I don't trust you, one, or two, I want to see your reaction.
I'm definitely going to be like, why do you want a DNA test?
So now I really want to
No, let me tell you why. That's the most disrespectful thing you could say to a wife.
Do you think it's more disrespectful for me asking you that question than to find out 18 years later that the child's not mine?
Why did you marry her?
All jokes aside, which one of you want me? All jokes aside, which one of you want me?
How old are you? Do you have a car?
I do. How old are you guys?
How old are you?
No, I asked first. You can't do that. I asked first. If none of you want me, I'll get the f*** out of here. But if one of you guys want me, I'll...
Well, like us. How old are you? Wait, come back.
No. I can't come back. You just said I'm too old for you.
No, I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, what's your name? Wait, how old are you? How old are you?
Well, like
Over, under 18. All of you?
Yeah, how old are you?
16, bro. 16.
If single men aren't showing up to your events, if not even the desperate guys are showing up to your events, then maybe it's time to start asking questions about why men don't want to be around modern women. What are we doing that's making a man not want to be around?
When we hold the lens and the box for all men of this is how men are, it disempowers them. It disempowers us. There's this sort of belief that like women are full spectrum and women have like this whole range, and then men are supposed to be this like solid rock. And we all have masculine and we all have feminine. And when we try to cut anyone off from any of those, it's just a mess.
Compassionate voice that holds the safe container for me to rest and receive. And that's my true masculine energy. The pushing that I'm doing, the hustle that I'm doing, that's my feminine energy in overdrive, trying to earn his approval.
Meet your own pain so that you can soften it and rebuild your relationship to.
Being single feels so ghetto sometimes. I just went to the dentist and pulled a tooth. And I'm driving myself home. Like, I don't mind being single, okay? Like, I'd rather be alone than with someone that I don't belong with. But driving myself home after the dentist is so crazy, like, I want to be in the passenger seat. is, I know there's friends who do that, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I just want to be cared for. When I'm swollen, sleepy, etc. Well, thank God for Uber Eats, right?
A lot of these modern women continue to run their mouths and say that we don't need you like that anymore. We don't need you. You ain't needed for this. But what actually do you bring to the table? I don't bring anything to your table because I've already proved to you through my actions what I bring to the table. But because you're looking for some other foolishness in your delusional standards, I'm not enough.
That's why men are walking away from women. Not out of spite, not out of hatred, out of self-preservation. Because the state of modern women today means the juice is no longer worth the squeeze. Why? Because they compromise peace instead of multiplying it.
Actually, that claim doesn't really hold up empirically. If you look at the data, young men aren't disproportionately walking away. In fact, they're still actually more likely to report actively seeking relationships and desiring marriage than young women. This is despite the fact that most men in their 20s are single, while most women in their 20s are not. As a whole, people are turning away from the effort, risks, and responsibilities of dating and marriage and starting families, but the more robust trend is a decline in women's interest in marriage and long-term partnership, not a collapse in men's desire for it.
In long-term heterosexual relationships, men live longer partnered and they live less when they're single. And it's inverse for women. When women are partnered with men, their longevity decreases as opposed to if they were single. And when we look at life satisfaction surveys, we're also seeing generally that single women are happier than married women, especially if they have children. Is this telling you that you shouldn't get married, that you shouldn't have children? No. What I'm telling you is that when he has to book a doctor's appointment, don't book it for him. When his socks are on the ground, don't pick it up for him. His laundry's been on the line for 2 weeks, don't do it for him. Any life force that takes out of you to raise someone that you didn't birth yourself takes from you, and it pays in dividends at the end of your life. If you didn't give birth to him, don't raise him. It will kill you slowly but surely. He's an adult. He can do it on his own.
Once these guys tasted just an inkling, just a small amount of, oh, this is what it feels like to be at peace and not chasing around somebody that don't actually like you, a lot of men are choosing that. So when a man says, I'm not really all into that stuff, that's what a man means by, oh, I'm opted out of dating. I don't have time for the BS.
Masculine men only protect and cherish feminine women. You can get mad at me, ignore me, or argue it, but it doesn't change reality. Your man is wired to protect, lead, and provide. But he can only do that for a woman who allows him to be that kind of man. If you constantly control, argue, or compete with him, one of two things is going to happen. He'll either shut down and become passive with no drive, no initiative, and then you'll complain that he's weak and he doesn't lead. Or he'll say, this isn't the kind of woman I want. And he'll go find a softer, feminine woman that he can actually protect and care for. When a woman lives in her masculine 24/7, he starts seeing her more like a friend, a coworker, or even competition, but never as a wife. So if you want a masculine man by your side, you don't force him. You make space for him by returning to your femininity. That's your natural state. That's where you feel adored and relaxed and deeply valued. If you want to learn how to embody that soft, confident, feminine energy, click the link in my bio to access my program.
What's up, my guys? I'm ready for the gold digger comments. Today we're discussing why men should pay for first dates. Just because it's 2023 doesn't mean chivalry is... In my opinion, men and women should not be looked at as equal. They're not the same. Two people in a relationship simply don't bring the same things to the table. And that is why men and women make a good partnership. We want what the other person brings to the table. It benefits us. And this may not be for everyone, but if you're looking for a traditional relationship, women want a man that exhibits masculine traits, while men want a woman who exhibits feminine traits. From a woman's standpoint, I imagine masculine traits as opening a door, looking out for me, and taking the initiative. Although I am I'm fully capable of doing those things myself. It makes me feel special when someone does those things for me. Paying shouldn't be done with the intention of expecting something in return. It's a sign of appreciating someone's time and clearly identifies that this is a date. It doesn't mean that you're expected to pay for everything thereafter, and it doesn't mean you should be paying for something beyond your budget. It's simply establishing your potential role as the protector and provider in this relationship.
If my husband ever tells me to change because he's uncomfortable with an outfit I'm wearing, then I'll change my clothes. Simple as that. He doesn't even need to ask because I have common sense. But if one day he does need to ask, he won't need to repeat himself. This isn't a lack of freedom. It's respect. And I don't do this based on if I feel respected by him first. It's my own initiative. Because in a relationship, taking the first step before receiving is the key to peace. Many people have bought into the lie that a happy marriage is based on having the freedom to do whatever you want. You should just be yourself and you shouldn't have to consider the other person in every little thing that you do. Has this led to happier marriages? No, our generation has skyrocketed the divorce rates. A relationship isn't about individualism. It's about partnership, becoming one. And that involves making many adjustments and considering every little thing that could affect your man, including your outfits. If you're unwilling to change anything for the person that you're choosing to share your life with, you should seriously reconsider your actions in your marriage. Follow me for more content like this.
Any man can claim to like you, but boyfriend material shows it with his actions. The first sign is his protective instinct. Boyfriend material notices if you're feeling uncomfortable, if something's bothering you, and he steps in to fix it. 2, you want to understand how he specifically behaves if he's serious about someone. Here's a cheat code on how to know. Download the app Astra, click on Ask Me Anything, and ask these exact questions. I'll give you time to screenshot. According to his Venus sign, how does he act when he's serious about someone? And then you're going to ask, according to my zodiac sign, are we compatible? Some men show interest through attention and others through effort, so you need to know the difference. And 3, cognitive lead. Notice how much mental energy you spend thinking about this man. When a man is inconsistent, your brain starts trying to solve it, almost like a puzzle. When a man is serious about you, you can sit back and relax. Remember, babe, talk is cheap. Boyfriend material is revealed in his actions.
Asking Russian girls why they would not date an American man.
Красная феминистка, я за старый уклад жизни. У нас принято, что мужчина должен платить за женщину там в кафе, и, там, в магазины может сводить ее, как бы, да. У них не тот менталитет немножечко. Отличает. Думаю, что они женщин ставят с собой наравне. А я люблю, когда все-таки девушка является слабым полом. Завести. Как будто пожениться и потом еще начать встречаться с любовницей, это как будто в пределах нормы. Здесь такого как будто бы нет. Мне просто с мужем повезло. Я у него денег не прошу, он сам дает.
Да, это для них норма. Счет 50/50. Вот в первый же день знакомства позвать домой, не учитывая какие-то твои границы, да, и потусовались, ну и на этом все. То есть никто не строит именно серьезных отношений в плане ответственности за будущую семью, например.
Типа не плати, чтобы девушка за себя сама платила.
Как ты считаешь?
Они красивые.
Они красивые?
Да, все.
Let's talk about the hypocrisy. Modern men want a woman to submit, cater, cook. They'll hit you with lines like, it's a partnership. Translation, I want the benefits of being a man without the burden of being a man. Otherwise, what are we building? Love without foundation is a liability. Stop demanding respect for a position you don't qualify for. It's a responsibility. You can't be king and coworker at the same time. Pick one. If you want her soft, feminine, and peaceful, then you need to create an environment for that. Because nothing makes a woman masculine faster than stress. And nothing stresses a woman out more than carrying bills. Provision makes her soft. You can't demand her feminine energy while giving her masculine problems. They want you to go 50-50 like a business partner, but still cook, clean, and stroke their ego like a traditional wife. Stop letting these men sell you wolf tickets with cute phrases like, it's about love, not money. So ask yourself, do you want a man who can truly lead, or a man who wants the perks of leadership without paying a price, except nothing less than queen treatment?
Man, let us know what y'all think about this. Leave a comment down below.
Why are guys not approaching girls in Atlanta?
Oh my gosh,
Thank God you asked this. Men grow a fat pair of balls and start doing something. I don't know what it is about Atlanta. I've traveled a lot. Every city I've ever gone to, the men and the women converse with each other. I don't know if they're just scared or they think women are going to be mean or unapproachable. The women in Atlanta are really nice.
One word, insecurity. I've been on first dates where they literally tell me their insecurities, and thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that with me. But first impressions are a thing. This guy was literally like, yeah, I don't really love my teeth. If you hate yourself, there's only so much I can do. Like the first couple of times I might be like, no, it is cute. Like your teeth are nice. But when you say it the fifth time, I'm going to be like, you know what? Your teeth are ugly. I'm going to agree with you. If you hate yourself, why should I love you?
They're scared. They'll just start overthinking things. A lot of men, if they do decide to talk, it's bad timing. You shouldn't talk to a woman. You see she's dancing at the peak height on the way to the bathroom. She's focused on peeing, and you shouldn't do it when she's leaving because she's just ready to go. You got to look for a sign. Like if she's looking at you more than once, she either thinks you're a creep or she likes you.
Because they want princess treatment. They just think that like they're hot and that like maybe girls should be approaching them. I don't understand.
If you don't want to date single mothers, that's your preference, that's okay. But stop trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with single mothers when you simply just don't want to take care of somebody else's children. That just means you yourself don't have the resources, the kindness, or the selflessness to be able to adopt somebody else's child.
That means that you don't have the resources, the kindness,
or the selflessness
to take on someone else's child. What incentive are you offering him in the comparison of the woman that's in the same running and same category who doesn't have a child?
Black Macho did a great job of going over his reasons, but left out one very valuable and important reason, which was the most important reason. This man could never be number one to this single mother because the mother has to have the child first. And him having an understanding of that, I thought was deep. And Black Macho, she kind of glossed over that and didn't want to address that point because that's really what disqualifies single mother.
Woman goes viral for saying men are no longer persuasive with women. They ask you out on a date, you say no, that's it. Man, it's 2026. You better be glad that man even asked you out. Most men, myself included, half the time don't even want to ask a woman out because 9 times out of 10, that man has to not only worry about being turned down, he has to worry about being made fun of, he has to worry about being ridiculed, he has to worry about being aired out on social media, or to make you think that you're better than him for even asking you out. The art of chivalry in the chase is, and most women, not all women, there's some amazing women out there still, but now they're so few and far between, most men don't even want to take the time to look for one. And y'all want to always complain, oh, men don't want to be persuasive, men don't want to court me, men don't want to cater to me. For what? For you to turn him down because he doesn't make 6 figures, or he's not over 6 foot tall, or both, or, you know, he doesn't want to spend the bag on you on a first date. Like, the list goes on and on. But these are the same women that want to complain that these men don't even want to try to ask them out. But that same man who does, you say no, and you're mad that he just says, all right, cool, thank you. Like, when does it end? Make this make sense, you feel me?
Men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting.
And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up.
You can meet a man at work and he can be working at McDonald's. He can be working somewhere where you would probably never date a man who worked there, but a good man is a man that's going to get up and go to work every single day. He might not have the best job, but he going to get up and go to work. A good man is the kind of man that's accountable to something bigger than him, like God. He has a spiritual core and core values that he sticks to. He might not be perfect. He might not get it right all the time, but he's accountable to something. He's not just walking around wayward, right? A good man ain't a perfect man, right? But he's going to care about things that are beyond himself. Some of y'all look at men who are selfless, who would help a woman whose tires pop down the road, and you will feel threatened by that, or you would feel some type of way because he gets the door for a woman that is not you. That's a good man. But oftentimes we attribute him being a good man to whether he makes a lot of money, him being a good man to if he's popular in the earth. It makes him a good man if he's popular to God. It makes him a good man if he wakes up every day and he go get it and he do his best to go get it. It makes him a good man when he cares about things beyond what benefit him. Genuinely good men do things that don't benefit themselves sometimes. They do things because that's who they are. That's not something they want to benefit from. That's just who they are. And so before you turn down a good man because he's not in the proper uniform, or he's not making the amount of money that you think he should make, or he's not popular by social standards, but he's popular with God, he's popular with people as it relates to his character, before you throw that away, you better start reevaluating what you really want to raise your children, what you really want to build a life with and build a life on. A good man is way more than money, power, status, and looks.
Women just be hearing what they want to hear.
You left me at my darkest hours. That's a problem for me. You didn't even have a conversation with me. You didn't sit me down and be like, yo, if you don't get your shit together, I'm leaving you.
When you say he wasn't talking to you, you probably wasn't listening because you're too busy running your mouth. A lot of women don't realize, men be telling you for so long. Women always say, what's wrong with you? And then when we say it back, all y'all hear is womp, 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 womp. Y'all don't really hear us. That's why y'all don't help us with our problems. That's why it's hard for us to express what we're going through, because I'll say, hey, yo, today was a bad day and I was so long at work. Oh, that's good, baby. It's just on to your problems.
This is what it really is, unfortunately. Like, the majority of women are not good listeners. When it comes to the problems that a man be having, especially in the real world, only other men know what's up. That's why they say go to your brothers for problems like that, because, you know, it's more relatable for them to give you advice on. But when it comes to relationship problems, you can't tell a woman about herself. You could tell her about your boys, other. She's all ears. When it comes time to talk about the relationship problems or problems with her, it goes in through one ear and out the other. They don't listen. They try to twist it. Make it about them. It's always about their problems. And when you try to come to them and open up and it don't work, they wonder why you never try it again. Because the first time it didn't work and I'm wasting my time just trying to get you to understand, and you don't understand. You don't even want to understand. You don't even think before you speak. You just be saying. And women don't be listening. They just want their problems heard, their problems solved, and they don't want to deal with the heavy that got to come with a relationship. And this is why a lot of dudes just shut down and don't talk to their lady about the problems that matter most, is because they don't listen in the first place, and you just go on and the problems just persist. So ladies, open your ears, close your mouths, and listen to what's being told to you. And when you have your time to speak, you either shine or you just prove my point.
You'll understand, and what you need to understand about men is it's not necessarily that I'm afraid of marriage or commitment. I'm afraid. I'm concerned about what happens when I give you the commitment, when I give you the exclusivity, how you act a fool all of a sudden. But yeah, I mean, honestly, truly, a lot of these modern women are acting a fool well before that. So there's your sign.